There is money, your money, that may be sitting down at the Social Security office right this minute. And let me tell you something, they are not going to call you, they are not going to mail you a letter. Nobody is going to come knocking on your door to tell you it's there. But if you were married to a man for 10 years or more and you are divorced from him today, then you stay right here with me, baby. Because what I am about to tell you could put hundreds of dollars back in your pocket every single month for the rest of your life. You do not need that man's permission. He will never even find out, and almost nobody knows this is even possible. So come on in here and sit down with me a minute. Get you something cool to drink and get comfortable. Because this one is important, and I do not want you to miss a single word of it. So many of us gave the best years of our lives to a family. We raised the children, we kept the house, we held everybody together with our own two hands. And while we were doing all of that, we weren't building up much Social Security of our own because we were home taking care of everybody but ourselves. So we get up in age and we look at that little check and our heart just sinks. We think, Lord, after everything I gave, is this all there is for me? Well, for a whole lot of you, it is not all there is, not by a long shot. Here it is plain. If you were married to a man for 10 years or more, and the two of you are divorced now, there may be Social Security money waiting for you off of his record. Up to half of what that man draws every single month. Now I can already hear you. Deborah, I have not laid eyes on that man in 25 years. He would not give me the time of day. Baby, here is the most beautiful part. He does not get a say. He does not have to sign anything. He does not have to agree to one single thing. And he will never even find out because Social Security is not going to call him up. It is private, and it does not take one thin dime out of his check. He gets every penny he was always going to get. And if he went and married somebody new, she still gets hers too. There is enough in that pot for everybody. It is like money's been sitting on the stove this whole time with your name written on the pot. And nobody ever told you. Let me tell you about a friend of mine. I'll call her Miss Gloria. She was married 22 years, and when it ended, she walked away with her dignity and not a whole lot else. Her own check was small, and she was choosing between her medicine and her light bill. So one day, sitting right at my kitchen table, I asked her, "Did you ever go ask about your ex-husband's Social Security?" And she looked at me like I had grown two heads. She said, "I am divorced. That has got nothing to do with me." Well, she went on down to that office, and her check went up by more than $400 a month for the rest of her life. She called me up crying. She said, "Deborah, I can finally breathe." $400 every month she had been leaving on the table because nobody ever told her. And I do not want that to be you. So let me tell you exactly who this is for. Number one, you had to be married at least 10 years. And I mean 10, not 9 years and 11 months. You counted careful from the wedding day to the day that divorce was final. I have seen folks miss it by just a few months, and it breaks my heart every time. Number two, you can't be married right now. But if you remarried and that marriage ended too, if you are a widow now or divorced a second time, then honey, you may be right back in line. Don't you count yourself out. Number three, you have to be at least 62 years old. And number four, he has to be old enough to draw his own, which is 62 as well. And here is a piece even some of these so-called experts forget. If that man is being stubborn and has not even filed yet, as long as the two of you have been divorced at least 2 years, you do not have to sit around waiting on him. You can go on and claim what is yours. Too many women think they have to wait, and they simply do not. Now, 2 more things, so nobody walks away confused. Social Security is not going to pay you twice. They look at your own check and at that half off of his, and they give you whichever one is bigger. So if your own is already higher, wonderful, you keep yours. But if his is bigger, don't you walk away from that difference. And about timing, you only get that full half if you wait until your own full retirement age, which for most of us now is 67. You can start as early as 62 if you need to, but understand they will trim it down some for going early. So think it through before you decide. And if that ex-husband of yours has already passed on, God rest him, there may be even more available to you than just the half. So don't you assume that door is closed. Now, how do you go about all this? You call up Social Security, or you go right down to the office and sit with somebody face to face and hear the magic words. You want to ask about benefits on a former spouse's record? Write that down, a former spouse's record. Bring his full name, his Social Security number if you happen to have it, and your old marriage and divorce papers if you can put your hands on them. And if you do not even know where that man is anymore, that is all right. They have their ways of finding folks. You just go and ask. And don't you feel one bit of shame doing it. The people behind that desk have helped 1,000 women do this very same thing. You are just claiming what is rightfully yours, so you hold your head up. And let me talk to you straight from my heart for a second. I know some of you are proud, and I know that man may have hurt you. But you hear me, this is not his money. This is money that you earned. You stood by somebody for 10 years or more. You did the work right there alongside him. The law says a portion of that is yours, fair and square. Don't you let your pride cost you the comfort you deserve in these years. You have given enough, honey. It is your turn now. And let me be honest with you, the way a good friend would be. I am not your financial advisor. I'm just Deborah, telling you what I wish somebody had told all of us a long time ago. Every single situation is a little bit different. So the folks at Social Security can look at your own numbers and tell you exactly what you are entitled to. So you call them and ask about your own situation. You promise me you will. So here's what I want from you today. If you have got a sister, a girlfriend, a cousin, somebody from the church who was married a long time and is on her own now, you send her this video. You may be putting $400 a month in that woman's pocket. You may be the very reason she can breathe again, just like my Miss Gloria. That is how we take care of one another. And if I told you just one thing today that you did not know, do me a small favor and tap that subscribe button, because that is exactly what we do here. We look out for each other. And I am always going to tell you the things they should have told us a long, long time ago. Now you go on and take good care of yourself. You matter and your comfort matters. And don't you ever forget it. I love you for real. And I will see you next time.